We understand your reasons to be the strong man. Where do you go to pussy out?
Yeah. Where do you like sweat it out or like?
No, where do you go cry?
Yeah, vent it out or whatever you do.
You don't like vent to Geo and like you guys don't have vent sessions?
Or your boys? You know,
You don't say I cannot self-terminate. So haters rejoice. Barbell Brigade is dead.
Haters rejoice.
And this is going to be what we call part 2 of the saga of the unwinding and ultimate destruction of Barbell Brigade. Haters, take your cocks out, jerk it. You earned it.
Why did you decide to keep the gym and not just destroy everything?
It's actually a lengthy process. So we actually first started thinking about any type of closure of the business. So whether that's closing it, selling it, partnering with another like professional operating team or whatever. Probably I think 2019. This is when Taika everything was like family based. This is when he was 3 about to be 4 and he was about to start school. And Gio has a big family. So she was always telling me, and I have a small family, but she's always told me, like, you know, this kid age, you only have them for a very, very short amount of time before they immediately turn into a teenager, and then they're just off to doing their own stuff. So this is the time you want to cherish.
They say you spend, well, I think like 80% of the time that you spend with your kid is when they're up until like 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then at 13, just like my dad, you should abandon them because you're not going to spend any time anyway.
Yeah.
Get out early.
If you don't abandon them, they'll abandon you.
Yeah.
Do it first.
And then all of my business mentor friends, they all say the same thing. They all go, there is going to be a time where they hate your guts, so they kind of have a second win, third win into business. So like no one is just business mogul the whole time. They also have their own kind of like peaks and valleys. So at that time, we're like, okay, knowing that and knowing that we're kind of a mom and pop shop and we're wearing a bunch of hats and there's always random sporadic things happening, then let's make family the focus. Like, what's a nice clean way of wrapping this stuff up? And so we started exploring the idea of selling the brand. So in 2019 or maybe 2020, we started actively like pitching the company. And so we linked up with a broker. So kind of like, you know, when you buy and sell homes, you're like an agent. It's the same thing. You have a broker, he kind of takes you to market, takes all your financials, like your P&Ls, your EBITDA, whatever, all these.
Takes pictures from the far side of the room.
Yeah. Open the blinds a little bit. Yeah.
Make sure the lighting's good.
It's dirty. Like all the dirty parts stored away. Yeah. Like what lawsuit? You don't have any lawsuits. What are you talking about?
I'm like, outside looks like no place on earth. You guys really did some stuff with contrast that I've never seen before.
Instead of calling it like a small house, it's like a cute and cozy cottage.
Yes. With a sparkling pool.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Sun hits the pool.
So yeah, so we took it to market, we started pitching, and the process, it's very, very long. Unlike a house where people like already want it, like every buyer, they kind of have a different thing they're looking for. And we actually had a almost dream come true type buyer. So like when you meet with the broker, their goal is the sale, right? So there's like the brand and there's business. And for them, if they make a sell, they make a commission. So they're like, do you want to sell it as a brand? Or do you want to kind of wipe off the branding and just break it up into supplement business, apparel business, gym business? Because they could sell all three to 3 different buyers too. So just like my brain just starts expanding in a way it never has before. So obviously as a creative, I think I'm way more creative than a business person. It's always been like, oh no, you gotta keep it intact or whatever. So we met this dream come true buyer where they're actually like this health and wellness private equity group. So they own manufacturing and supplements, they own apparel manufacturing, they actually own 30 GNCs. Wow. So it was gonna be this thing where they have all the bones in place, all they need is a sexy label, and at that time they call Barbell Brigade kind of like a disruptor brand. Like everything looks very generic mom and pop at a GNC. If you throw like an all black label into something, it's gonna really pop out, right? Kind of like what Tesla did with the auto industry. So they were looking for a disruptor brand.
Very liquid death.
Exactly. You wrap a sexy label around it, boom, explosive overnight.
Selling water.
Yeah, love to drink it.
Well, I like those waters.
There it is. Couldn't have been. It's like we scripted it.
I should have got one at 7-Eleven. I never tried one yet.
What?
It is good.
It's just, it's
Oh,
pretty good.
It's your brand.
So yeah, so
I dress like Liquid Death.
You do.
Okay.
So many fences too.
So yeah, we had a dream come true buyer. Oh yeah, they also built. Man, I forgot the name of this gym chain that they did. But yeah, they have hundreds of these gym chains.
Is it Jenny Craig?
No, it was something a little slightly different.
Okay.
Weight Watchers.
But
Planet Fitness?
Tybo.
No, none of those.
Walmart.
My bad.
LA Fitness.
But yeah, they were gonna take the gym. It was like dream come true, where expand gyms everywhere,
Orange Theory.
GNC everywhere, and it was gonna be like overnight success type of thing. And what was crazy is in the exact same month that my dad passed was one of the main partners of the buying company also passes from a botched surgery.
No way.
So that month was one of the craziest months I've ever went through, because I was like,
I saw Kanye.
what? Yeah, like what is the coincidence of two crazy deaths of two life-altering events?
Was he getting titties like Connie's mom? That's Joe's question. Oh, okay, my bad. Joe.
Because he died out of a...
Joe had a theory.
Botch surgery?
Yeah, see? Kanye's mom died because she was getting breast implants and it failed.
And you know what's crazy? The reason why this was
Not on the table like afterwards, but yeah.
What was crazy was this was such a dream come true merger, because some of the supplement ingredients that we used, they're patented, and the chief medical officer of this private health and wellness private equity group, he was the inventor of those. So imagine like stevia or some shit like that.
Yeah.
This guy invented it, so it was like you would just remove any other like people that was down in the supply chain. By the time it reached us, where there's $1 tacked onto every single price, it would have all been gone.
Wow.
So it was like such a dream come true scenario. That fell through. So we're like, oh fuck, okay, so back to the drawing board, and we have to keep repitching again. And then it wasn't until 2023. What's so funny?
Huh?
He's remembering when you guys were by the freeway with cardboard signs. Oh, please buy Barbell Brigade, please, please.
Yeah, so it wasn't until 2023 when we found another buyer, and we were supposed to close on April of this year.
Yeah.
And these guys, and what was cool is both of these arrangements, I was gonna stay on for another 3 years to keep growing the brand. So kind of
Makes
like
sense. Yeah, of course.
Conor McGregor, Proper Health. He doesn't even own it anymore,
Yeah.
but he's the face of it, and he got bought out a bunch, and he continues to be in the content. So very, very similar arrangement. It was supposed to close by April. By April, they filed an extension for July. So this is like a 4-year drawn out process now, from the first buyer to the second
Is
buyer.
this year?
Yeah. And so in April, that's when me and Gio had to make like kind of like the super hard decision, like how many more extensions are we willing to go? And so we decided back in April, if this one doesn't close by July, then we're just gonna pull the plug ourselves. So that's what resulted in what everyone saw, where we're just like, we're not gonna keep putting all these life decisions on hold because of a company and a brand.
Is it just too much overhead at some point where you're just like, if I keep it going for another couple of months, it's just too much work to keep the brand alive?
It's really hard to run a business. It's even harder to run and sell it.
Yeah.
Because they're two completely different models, and like the phrase that they like, that people in business call it, is trying to fix a plane while flying it. Because you can't land it. You can't go, stop operations, let's focus on fixing all the books, because this is what they're looking at. You're literally flying it and like fixing it in the air. So it's extremely hard, and we did that for 4 years.
What's something that happened where you know for a fact could have changed things internally for you and saved money or whatever it is, operating costs, whatever?
Hiring a CEO early on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like, so one of our, like, I guess people in the same industry is Ben Francis. He's the owner of Gymshark, and I really, really respect him because we kind of started at the same time. He has a company that's valued at $1 billion, and I think from day one he knew what his strengths were. So anything that wasn't his strength, outsourced immediately and brought in professional people. I think for me, I was just like, you know, you kind of get in your own head, oh, people don't understand the brand the way I do, or whatever the way I do, and then you're kind of like, it's hard to delegate and let go, and then so you end up being the bottleneck for your own.
You're in your own way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Like for you personally, like what would be, even though you've told everybody in the community and your fans and stuff like that that Barbell has closed and is done, what would be like the number or the thing that could come to the table where you'd be like, all right, fuck it, we're back on?
Oh, like an
Yeah, my friend offered 200,000.
Fire,
yeah, 200,000 for sure. No. What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So every week you get 2 videos. One never released director's cut, and another one 2 half for YouTube, Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that. And you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here, because we're gonna answer them and we're gonna take it seriously, and we wanna give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details. Anything, I think it's so you know, like kinda like when you buy a house, there's a lot of factors, like a contingency thing. It's like, not only is it this price, I'm gonna have my inspector come in, make sure there's no termites or whatever. Like there's like a whole list of things. It's not just a price-based thing. I would need to see their track record, what they have done, what my roles are, how long my terms are gonna be. It would have to be like the whole picture. So even if it was like, here's $100 million, which is a fucking no-brainer, fuck yes, I'll suck your dick right now. But then if the fine print also says you're on for 10 years, for anything at our beck and call, you have to go to this UK trade show, you have to go to this Australia trade show, I'd probably have to say no because I really want to focus on family.
100 million?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say no 100 million.
I'm just throwing it out there.
What if he's like, and I can fuck you anytime I want? Day or night?
Any hole.
Any hole.
3 years. 3 years, I can fuck you anytime.
Anytime I want.
100 million.
I'll say fuck yes right now. I'm like, my lawyer doesn't even need to look at this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sign it right
6
now.
months into getting randomly fucked, are you kind of like, oh, my contract is crazy?
He hasn't fucked me yet.
That's crazy, dude.
What if like a couple months into it, he just closes Barbell because all he wanted to do was fuck Bart anyway. So he just has Bart coming over so he could fuck every day.
He has nothing to do with the gym.
That'd be kind of ideal. That actually, honestly, that'd be kind of. Because once you've done business, taking it up the ass is actually way easier than a lot of business things.
I should have been an OnlyFans girl.
Yeah. He can still.
Because some business decisions are, I mean, as you guys know, it's fucking hard because you have, when you're at the top of the pyramid, there's this one decision that you have to make, but it actually affects like 20 other people, but you shield it from them so no one knows.
No one knows ever.
No one knows, so you just go, fuck it, just put it in my ass.
And they think you made that decision because of other reasons.
They go, you greedy or whatever. And then, you know, so you're just like, I'm like, if I don't have to face other people and I just take it in the ass, I'll just take it in the ass. It's easier.
For
That's
fun.
true. At least one is no surprises. Yeah. You know it's coming in your butt.
You know you're getting dumped in today.
Yeah. And that's not as surprising as you get a call at 3 in the morning and someone broke into your business, you have to go, or whatever. Something happened.
Someone broke a window, you gotta spend $1,000.
Something. Yeah. Or machine broke, something.
So not Barbell, but specifically Bart Kwan. Like what's
Bart Kwan Brigade?
Yeah, Bart Kwan. What's like next for you outside of like more time with the family? Like, do you have? Are you specific? Is it basically like low key retirement? You know what I mean? Since the gym itself is pretty much self.
I'm not financially ready to be retired.
Then that's what I'm saying. Like, what's next then outside of like just being a more present husband and father?
So, Steve's gonna say this is the fucking most Bart thing ever. But my next step, so for next week, I already have it planned.
That's the most Bart thing ever.
I'm going to write out what I want my ideal schedule to look like. So how much family time, how much whatever time.
I'm surprised you didn't do that before selling Barbell.
How much time I want to dedicate.
Or ending Barbell.
How much time I want to dedicate to like hobbies or to even my own personal life that I put on, you know, like on the side. And based off that, I'm gonna reverse engineer what is an initiative that I can fit into that time.
Wow.
Because any other new brand, it's gonna take 24 hours a day, you know? So I don't wanna jump into something that's like that because I know that in this day and age, if you don't give your 100%, another company that does give their 100% is gonna whoop your ass.
But you only give like 10% to JK.
Exactly. But we're like legacy. We're a legacy channel.
You're rounding up.
Oh, go ahead.
When you're allotting family time,
Yeah.
and you're like 35 minutes, and it goes, and it goes to an hour 35 minutes. Are you just like looking at the clock the whole time and like thinking about what's next, or how's actual Bart brain?
That's a good question.
So it's.
I know him well enough to ask the question.
But my family time actually just starts whenever Taika gets off school. So it's from after his time is up.
So 3 to night?
3 to when we go to sleep. Yeah.
That's retired.
What time do you go to bed?
You go to bed like around 8 or 9.
So what does family time look like? Like from 3 to sleep?
Pizza and Spider-Man.
So typically right now
Sounds
is after school, we go to his extracurricular activities. So it could be jiu-jitsu, swimming, basketball, and after that we come home and then we play. So either we go ride our bikes around the neighborhood, or we go play baseball, go play soccer, or whatever, or play just fucking random things he wants to do in his living room, or do random projects like we paint boxes and shit, like cute gay shit like that. And then afterwards, then we eat dinner and we talk. Like we actually try to have like a conversation and talk, and we talk about how his school went and what he likes about jiu-jitsu or whatever. And then we end it with usually like about 30 minutes of just watching a movie in bed together, and then he goes to sleep.
Do you,
sounds
okay, real
chill.
question time. Do you ever like bleed on him a little bit? Where it's like, because my parents, I would say, emotionally let me know what the fuck was going on at all times when things were shit. Do you ever like, you're closing business vectors that you planned on for years and built all this shit, and like you're closing shit. Do you ever just like have Taika jump on your back and go, "Daddy, Daddy, you're a kangaroo," and you're like, "I can't fucking deal with this shit right now. I'm selling my goddamn business."
I try really hard not to. I guess Gio would be a better gauge.
He's an emotionless robot.
I try really hard not to.
He's not though.
I try really hard not to.
He's not though. That's that's the disturbing thing about him.
It's because he's really heart Kwan.
He's got the new chip.
Heart Kwan!
I try really, really, really hard not to.
Heart Kwan!
Yeah.
I try not to do that anyway.
How do you release it?
Like
then?
if I had a long day with Taika,
Yeah.
and then obviously any kid will get under your skin. When I go to Gio, I try to reset.
Yeah.
And if I'm with Gio, I try to reset with. I try not to let anything bleed into any other thing.
If I spend too much time with anybody, I'm screaming in their fucking face, dude. I can't do it.
I try really, really hard.
Yeah, we both felt.
I can't be it.
Hey, you're real though. Bart's real too. Honestly, Bart, you're a really genuinely real dude. It's just that you're funny in your way you go about it. But it is fascinating though, because like Gio, for example, Gio at lunch, and kind of bleeding into some videos, she's like, I gotta be strong for Taika, raise Taika, and then Bart also says crazy shit that I have to like translate from my own brain and then like process through. But like for you, it's like you're the man of the house. You're like strongly leading all this different shit. Like where do you go for that? Is it the gym? Where do you go?
I think maybe just trying to kind of like have the family I wish I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when my parents got divorced when I was 6, and I never really saw healthy relationships. I never really saw them talk, and it never felt like we had any direction in our family. It was just like going through the motions or whatever. So I think it's me kind of taking all of that and being a very observant kid as a kid and going, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. And then I had what was crazy is my best friend who lived literally across the street had the ideal almost like seventh heaven type of family. So I would see this crazy juxtaposition. Like my mom didn't allow Capri Suns or Coke or anything in the house because anything with artificial flavors is gonna kill you. And then so I'm like at home fucking just starving and shit. And then when we're at our friend's house,
Starving, no Capri Suns.
well, because that's everything, right? Cheetos, Oreos, like every single food has artificial flavors.
Yeah.
So I only have like a fucking bag of celery or fucking rice or some shit.
Hieroglyphic bread.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
stained
yeah.
glass windows.
Stained glass
Stained
bread.
And then my friend Mark, who lived across the street, everyone would go and hang out because his family felt so warm all the time. And the ice cream truck would come and the dad would just go and buy 20 popsicles for all the kids. And he would know like, oh, Bart's mom won't let him have this. but I'll give you one anyway. So I'm like, dude, this is the dad, you know? So I think for me, it's always been like trying to create what I felt like was the ideal household.
We understand your reasons to be the strong man. Where do you go to pussy out?
Yeah. Where do you like sweat it out or like?
No, where do you go cry?
Yeah, vent it out or whatever you do.
Like you go in the bathroom and
You plug in like a board,
like-
you fucking plug into the wall.
You have a lot.
You don't like vent to Geo and shit. Like you guys don't have vent sessions
or your boys. You know,
Yeah.
You don't
something.
say, I cannot self-terminate.
That's how he does it. He looks in the mirror.
I cannot self-terminate.
Oh man, I don't know.
Bart's like, what is pussy?
You know what it sounds like?
No, I don't even know.
I think you might need to get a little motorcycle or something. Just
A
A
little.
little one.
go down the street, no helmet.
No helmet.
And I'm free.
Or maybe I'll end up like my dad. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Because now that you think about it, now that we talked about it, I was like, where
don't
do I
make no
go
jokes,
to
bro.
unplug and vent? And I don't think I'm the venting type really, and I also don't think I really go to let any steam out.
Do you feel like fitness does that for you?
No, I know where he goes.
That's what I.
One every 5 years he does ecstasy with Gio and everything is solved.
Maybe it's that. Shout out to Tiesto.
Or maybe it is like you just spending time with your fam too. Like, do you feel like that kind of fills that cup up for you, or is it like?
Bart is robot enough, like he's binary enough where it's like when everything goes according to plan and people are taken care of, he's like, I am relieved.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I feel like that's just anything, right? As long as everything's taken care of, everyone's gonna be like calm and relaxed, and okay, let's move on to the next. Not necessarily.
I do feel like a lot of dads are like that, because I do see like other dads that like, you know, we go to like either play dates or whatever, and you know, like I guess the stereotypical dad is the dad that like works hard and provide, and then when the family is using the stuff, like a pool and the slide or whatever,
Yeah.
it's usually like the dad like in the corner like,
Yes.
Bart's like, I'm glad I paid that Mexican guy to build our slide.
That's a great slide.
I feel like a lot of dads I knew growing up would like maybe cook something and throw meat on your plate and walk away, or like they'll just be reading a newspaper, smoking a cigarette, but they like the environment of people being around.
Just being in there.
But you get a little too loud, they'll say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Maybe that's just some dad shit. You know? That's like just what dads.
My dad bought me an Xbox and said, yo, have fun, you know, it's the summer. And I was like, hey. So the first day of summer, I'm playing games. My dad yells at me, you should be reading a book instead of playing a game. And I was just like, bro, you just got it. Like, what you mean? Like, am I allowed to play? And then I stood up to him and was like, bro, the summer just started. That's when he got up.
No, that's when you say, Dad, don't worry. The game has too many dialogue options. There's so much fucking story I can't get through this goddamn game. Don't even worry about it. I'm reading books to try. I'm hitting X the whole time. Nothing's happening, dude.
No, he said he's gonna make you dumb. And I was like, you know what I want? And it totally made me dumb. Fuck.
So sick of stories and games. Just let me fucking fuck shit up.
Let me just kill everything.
Just fuck you.
That's true.
Like Halo, they're like, oh yeah, you gotta, what's going on with the fucking all this shit? I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck. Not one.
But you're not even good at Halo, right?
I'm the best in the world, one of the best in the world. Have you been here?
Hey.
Fuck you up at Halo, dude.
Did your grandparents help you out at all? I mean, your mom and dad?
my dad's not here.
I mean, sorry, not your dad.
My mom is kind of crazy, so I don't want her around too much.
Different kind of bounce.
But Gio's mom is sick.
Okay.
So we want her around as much as possible.
So like with the kid though, like with Taika, she was taking care.
So yeah, our first 2 years almost,
Yeah.
she came every single day, Monday through Friday. And then came in the morning and then left that night. And that was fucking helpful as fuck. Because at night, you know, like your sleep is fucked.
Yeah.
So at least during the day, because she's around, we could kind of take naps and stuff.
That's cool.
And at least recharge a little bit and then, you know, like get to work a little. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was so helpful.
Okay, cool. Cause I don't feel too bad. Cause well, my kid's in Florida right now with her grandparents and her,
Yeah.
Sasha, and I'm over here by myself. You know what I'm saying?
You get to sleep and have a break.
Yeah, I get to have sleep, but I end up just.
again, baby.
Okay, maybe. Hey, take it easy.
I know you.
Alright, I'm fucking trying to live my life for a little bit.
you.
No, but
Hey, the boys are back?
what do you mean the boy? Yeah,
The boys are back?
Yeah, the boys are back.
You can't be too excited.
What I'm saying is the time even though I have more time to myself, I end up just still staying up late and waking up mad early. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is. I feel like
maybe it's gaming.
no, maybe. Okay, well, first of all, yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
But in the beginning, the
Psychic.
morning, it's all errands, making sure I still send out stuff. Work, especially because what you're talking about earlier is definitely like you paying the rent by yourself. I'm paying the rent by myself now. So yeah, you know, it feels good to just be like, wow, I'm paying rent by myself and staying here by myself.
You're like, maybe I like this single shit.
No, you know what's funny? I was just like thinking in the first couple of days when I was free, I was like, wow, this is kind of good. But honestly, the days after that, I was like, damn, I'm kind of lonely. You know what I mean? I was just like, I'm pretty lonely.
You missed the kid,
I actually missed this kid. I was like, where's the scream at? And I was like, man. Because I was just like, damn, I just made a baby and he's gone already. He was like, what the fuck? Yeah. But definitely the 2 years and your grandparents helping helps a lot, dude. Because I can really focus on the creative part.
Hey, let me tell you right now, your kid, they don't know you're gone.
Man, that's what I said. That's what I said. I was like,
new
hold on,
shirt.
bro. You guys
That's a
don't even
shirt.
trip.
New shirt.
They only care about moms.